Hey everyone, this is Dhruv Bhutani from PhoneArena.com and we'll be comparing the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 with the LG G2 today. Samsung announced the third iteration of the Note series at IFA 2013 in Berlin, the Galaxy Note 3. And LG also announced the flagship, that is the G2, a month prior to that. The Galaxy Note 3 is the successor of the Note 2, which was a huge hit, while the G2 follows up the Optimus G and the G Pro. The Galaxy Note 3 is a huge upgrade over the Note 2 and the LG G2 is no different. Let's check out how these two devices perform. Differences between the Note 3 and the LG G2 start right from the design and the looks of the two phones. Samsung have tried something different with the Note 3 in terms of materials, and they have opted for a faux leather finish at the back, and we think that the experiment has worked. LG on the other hand have gone back to plastic, and it doesn't give the G2 an advantage. In terms of dimensions, the Galaxy Note 3 is taller and wider than the G2, but it is thinner. As far as weight is concerned, the Galaxy Note 3 weighs 25 grams more than the LG G2. The positioning of keys is different on both the devices, as the G2 does not have any keys on the side. On the right hand side, we have just the power lock key on the Note 3 and nothing on the G2. On the bottom, we have a micro USB port, a loudspeaker, S Pen compartment and a microphone, whereas on the G2, things are equally crowded with a micro USB port, two loudspeakers on either side of it, along with a 3.5mm audio jack. The volume rocker is present on the left side on the Note 3, but there is nothing here on the LG G2. The keys are made of plastic, but they offer nice feedback on the Note 3. On the top, we have the secondary microphone and an IR blaster on both the devices. But there is also a 3.5mm audio jack on the Note 3. On the front above the display, we have the earpiece at the center and the ambient and proximity sensors as well. The 2-megapixel front-facing camera is at the right side of the earpiece on the Note 3, while they are on the left side on the LG G2. The notification LED is on the left side of the earpiece on both the devices. The bezels on both the phones are quite thin, but the one on the LG G2 is incredibly slim and it gives the device a great look. It gives the device an edge-to-edge display which is not seen anywhere so far. Below the display we have the usual Samsung arrangement with a physical home button at the center and capacitive touch keys on either side on the Note 3, while there is nothing other than the LG logo on the G2. Navigation is restricted to customizable on-screen buttons on the LG G2. Moving over to the back, we find quite a bit of differences. The Galaxy Note 3 has an excellent faux leather finish that gives it a great texture and prevents it from scratches and fingerprints, while the G2 has a regular glossy textured plastic finish that makes it a fingerprint magnet and is also quite prone to scratches. There is a 13-megapixel camera with an LED flash on both the devices. On the G2, the back has more than just the camera. There is a power lock key below the camera situated at the center of a volume rocker. This new design may require some time to get accustomed to. The Note 3 comes with a removable back cover while the G2 has a sealed back. Opening the back cover on the Note 3, we see that a micro SIM card slot that is not hot swappable and a hot swappable micro SD card slot, and these two are stacked right above each other. Overall, in terms of build quality and design, it's a tough choice. The textured leather back of the Note 3 gives it a distinct advantage over the G2, but the G2's compact size and extremely slim bezels set it apart from the competition and definitely from the Note 3 as well. Let's talk about the display now. The Galaxy Note 3 has a 5.7-inch Full HD Super AMOLED panel with a pixel density of 386 ppi, while the G2 has a 5.2-inch True IPS Full HD display with a pixel density of 424 ppi. The Note 3 has better brightness, contrast and a bigger display. In terms of viewing angles and white levels, the display on the G2 proves to be much better. The colors appear slightly oversaturated on the Note 3 owing to the Super AMOLED technology, while they look very natural on the G2. Being a smaller display with the same resolution, the LG G2 has sharper images. Overall, we think the display on the G2 looks very good and perhaps a bit better than the one on the Note 3. The Galaxy Note 3 is powered by a 1.9 GHz octa-core Exynos 5420 system on chip. It has 3 GB of RAM and a Mali T628 MP6 GPU, while the LG G2 is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 system on chip clocked at 2.2 GHz. It has 2 GB of RAM and an Adreno 330 GPU. The Note 3 is available in 16, 32 and 64 GB variants, while the G2 is available only in 16 or 32 GB variants. We have the 32 GB Note 3 and the 16 GB G2 with us. Out of 32 GB, the Note 3 has 24 GB available, while the G2 has only 10.6 GB of user accessible memory. The Note 3 has a microSD card slot, while there is no such facility on the LG G2. Out of the 3 GB of RAM on the Galaxy Note 3, 2.6 GB is usable and 1.6 GB is free when the device is idle. while on the G2 out of the 2 GB of RAM, 1850 MB RAM is available. Of this, 950 MB is free when the device is idle. In day-to-day performance, both the phones are very snappy and there's hardly a moment when you will notice a difference between the two. In benchmarks, the Galaxy Note 3 and the LG G2 perform quite closely in all of them. Both the Galaxy Note 3 and the LG G2 come with 13 megapixel cameras at the back and 2 megapixel cameras at the front. Both the phones can record 1080p videos at 60 frames per second, but LG G2's camera comes with optical image stabilization as well. In terms of the camera interface, both the phones are very different. The Samsung Galaxy Note 3 has a camera app which is similar to the one on the S4 and the S4 Zoom, and it comes with a variety of shooting modes like surround shot, golf mode, HDR, panorama, best face, best photo, and a sports mode, eraser mode, animated photo, drama mode, sound and shoot mode as well. The LG G2 comes with similar modes but under different names. Image quality is quite similar on both the devices, but videos end up looking much better on the LG G2 because of the presence of image stabilization. The Galaxy Note 3 runs on Android 4.3 Jelly Bean and it is overlaid by the TouchWiz interface. It is packed with Samsung specific features like Smart Stay, Smart Rotation, S-Beam, Multi-Windows, Air View, Pop-out videos, Air Gesture, Smart Scroll, Smart Pause, and Reading Mode that optimizes the screen for reading and is available when certain applications like Google Books are opened. The main distinguishing feature of the Note 3 is its S Pen stylus that lets you perform a lot of creative functions. It is a great tool for note-taking, and the Note 3 features a new S Note app as well. There is also an action command option that pops up, allowing the user to access basic S Pen functionalities with a click of a button on the S Pen. The LG G2 on the other hand comes with features like Q Slide app that lets you use miniature versions of apps like the browser or the phone dialer. Moving on to gaming. Gaming is great on both the devices. Almost all the games run smoothly on both the phones, but newer games run fluidic smooth on the Note 3. The Galaxy Note 3 has a 3200 mAh battery pack, while the LG G2 has a 3000 mAh battery built in. And in terms of battery life, we found that both the phones perform quite similarly, with the Galaxy Note 3 edging slightly ahead because of the higher capacity. In terms of connectivity, both the devices are equipped with features like Wi-Fi, 802.11, B, G, N and AC as well, Bluetooth, 3G, NFC, DLNA, Wi-Fi Direct, and micro USB with MHL connectivity. The Galaxy Note 3 is the first device ever to come with the USB 3.0 port, which supports higher speeds. The Galaxy Note 3 is one of Samsung's two flagships and it excels in almost all the regions. The LG G2 is LG's lone flagship now, and it certainly is quite capable, but it is slightly let down because of its software. Priced at Rs 49,990, the Galaxy Note 3 has a bigger display, better battery, and better software features. It also has better build quality, while the LG G2 priced at Rs 40,990 comes with a better camera and a better display. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.